Enclosed first. Somebody watch the game.
They're scared. Enclosed was fun. It's like one of my favorite maps, I feel like.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of like
It's one that's really unique.
yeah, it kind of forces you to play open. Like you can't really boom up totally.
Make sure we get rid of Mongolia, so they don't have like easy ridges to short wall. Okay, I'd say get rid of Two Rivers and Mega Random, I guess.
Cycris
Trust
listening
me
in.
on that one.
Black
Just different
Forest and
random terrains
Mongolia.
in
It's
the
the
map.
last two
Yeah.
left. Wow.
I played a little Mega Random this week, and it's actually pretty fun. Like
All right, so we end up on Black Forest.
Forest.
Our first
All
Black
right.
Forest match. While we wait, I ran the numbers here today a little bit on these guys' last 2 months of game time. Big Zizek, also known as Kyle, 63 games played in the last 2 months.
Sheesh.
Really surprised me. He's popped off. I don't know. He's just like been playing on the nightly. I don't know. Dionysus, 8 games. Cycrius, 12 games. Ozglox, 31 games. These are in the last 2 months. Big Zizek favors Persians. I wouldn't be surprised to see Persians, Japanese from Dionysus and Big Zizek. On the other two, we've seen a lot of Franks games, and we've seen from Cycris, and we've seen Britons and Celts from Ozglox. I think Big Zizek might try an Archer Rush. We'll see. And here we are. Is this all lining up right? Hang on. We got to get the details right. Match 4 of 9. Everything else looks good. Okay, well, fast forward to live time. Cam, can you see this? Like on?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Looks good.
Looks good. So we do indeed have Persians for Big Zizek in the blue, and his teammate, the red Japanese, Dionysus, on the left side. Opposing them today. What were they called? Oh, we have like team names. I'm an idiot. All right, so these are the and these guys. What was it? There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we are all perfectly set up. Okay, on the other side, Fips, Tedora. I can't wait to say that all night. Cycrius in yellow playing as the Franks. Also predicted, just want to say. And Oz in gray playing the... That's the Cashmere. We've got scouts attacking scouts already. These guys are both at... Wait, are they both? Okay. If they fight right now, turn around, gray would win. But it's kind of a toss-up, actually. It depends on who gets the first attack, I think. But nobody walking under the TC for the time being. 2 sheep dead already. Oh no. The rot. Think of the rot. And we have gray walling already as well. We ended up here on Black Forest. Now, previous years when we've cast Black Forest, when we've seen it in the Winnabash, it has been 1v1, leading to there being just a single choke point between the players. It's a little different here. There's like one between each side and usually some nonsense in the middle. We have that here. Usually one side is more open than the other. The right side here is going to have a little bit more open space with lakes. This is lakes favoring Big Zizek. If you wanted to fish boom right now, that would be broken. If this is the Viper right here, well, for one thing, he'd be playing in yellow, and for another thing, he would be cackling in joy from how many pawns he has access to. Black Forest, you know, it's an interesting one. It's very different, very closed lane. This is almost like a league game in and of itself, if you think about it. Players walling. Now, actually, just yellow and gray walling. They seem to be playing more towards that Black Forest meta of like sending out one of your first like 4 or 5 vills and just building walls as quickly as possible.
That's good. They want to be sure they're covering their bases here. They don't want to be caught off guard. They want to be sure that they're not going to get rushed or anything. And if there is a rush coming, then they're going to have to go through those walls in order to get there.
Yeah, and I think just talking about like overall strategy, like in general, that probably is the strat that they're going to need to play for. Kyle, Big Zizek here in blue is probably, again, pretty significantly the strongest player in the game. And they're probably going to want to hope to just stay safe and outboom and catch him in the late game.
Yeah.
Before we see any kind of early aggression. Looks like Gray is he's lacking wood. No, he's got the wood. He just needs to look back over here, build those palisades.
Mm-hmm.
It's this is gonna be good. I mean, I don't know who's gonna win this. I feel like a lot of times these Winter Bash tournaments, like I can kind of say, like, okay, this guy heavily favored. Here with the 2v2 setup, they could go any way. Somebody could have a strategy where they both kill one player, and then it's like, can the other survive and do enough damage? Or
I'm gonna find out. So it looks like Big Zex is going to the next stage, so he's feeling confident enough, not being rushed. He's got plenty of villagers working, so that's good. Feeling confident enough. Dione is a little behind in villagers, but again, he's got some time because again, he's not being rushed. He's not being attacked or anything, so he's got some time to set up.
yeah, something else I'll talk about is their like individually previous strats. We've seen Red, I think, loves the militia rush to disrupt the enemy. He doesn't actually see the wall from Yellow down here, so he might make some militia and just like waste resources on that. You really want to just like focus only on eco, protect yourself with buildings, and try and be bigger than the enemy. There's the militia coming out now. On the other side, though, we have seen a lot of man-at-arms, infantry, militia from both of these two players too, so we'll see what happens. I think Big Zizek, I keep singing his praises, but he's probably a little bit more versatile as well in terms of different strats. So
yeah, it's good. It is good having a few tricks in your pocket because that might come in handy in a pinch. So again, nothing major happening right now. Pretty standard setup going on. Oz and Cypress are going to the next stage, and Ione as well. So again, no major action happening right now. All the players just pretty content to build up, get some resources going, and then we'll have to see what goes on in the next stage. Are they gonna feel content just stocking up, trying to get to the next stage as quickly as possible, or we're gonna see some movement happening?
if I was Dionys Ass's teammate right now, I would be saying instantly, triple layer Stonewall. Just don't die. Do whatever you can. Don't let them through. Let me fight them on this side and just defend yourself. Because I think that's the real fear for Cashmere Beardsmen right now. We can look at like their overall eco count, and it's looking like it's in favor of the yellow and gray team. We've got a ping going on.
I am liking Big Z's house walls in addition to the palisade wall that he has set up. Just some extra bit of defense. Gives him a little bit more vision as well. So good call there. And Dione is going at this wall right now. Is gonna break it down eventually.
Might actually break, this pressure might actually work, like a palisade wall all by itself and all that. I just startled myself. I jump scared myself looking at the Vil count up here. I knew it was pretty extreme, but Red has yellow or 9, 10 Vils right now.
Yeah,
see
he's
if
a little
blue
bit
can
behind.
Make up the difference.
He does have the wall down, and I honestly think
this
he
could be worth it. Maybe some aggression from the red player here.
I do think he's got the wall down. I guess he's trying to go for maybe a few more walls to go down, open up some more space. But he's got the wall. He's got one portion of it down, so I definitely think he should try to push through a little. Yep, there he is. Okay,
he'll win any of these fights as Japanese too.
He's going to go right for the scout. There is another.
I think yellow will have to try and kite back to the TC. Basically, there's nothing else to do. If you are operating on a good enough like multitasking level, you'll like quick wall all these villagers in. But
Okay, a few units here. He's gonna. Oh, I don't know if he's gonna box himself in. Okay, so we have an archer out here. Is he gonna go beeline for the archer? Nope, he's gonna break off.
Archer will actually win this if yellow is
Yeah,
able to keep him from getting hit.
Yeah. Wow, this is a very interesting duel
Man at
here. Red.
arms now.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just upgraded. Okay, so he's gonna have a bit more of an advantage here. Oh, I like the pressure that I'm seeing here. Does get one of the units. I think he does get the archer. And I think he is going to come out on top of this exchange. He's going to get that other man at arms. He gets the scout.
Okay, he might get
He's
a
going for the
he's getting a
villager.
villager kill. Yellow has no loom.
He's going to get this villager.
And he'll
he
clean
gets
up
the villager.
skirm. Yellow is making
might
only
get the
skirmishers
skirmisher.
now. He has no gold to make anything
And
else.
he's got
so.
a few inactive villagers here, so he's not doing anything with them. He's calling off.
If Red
So another
moves
man at arms
up
made.
with more army right now, he could really do damage. He's got Yellow on the ropes.
Yeah, actually, I definitely thought there was a bit of indecisiveness there as to what he wanted to do. He was moving towards one unit, then another unit, but he did come out on top of that. He did lose all his units, but he did take out
He's actually falling
Yellow's army
back
there.
now.
So
I would love to see him pushing forward. I guess you
think he has
recognize
to.
he's building a tower in defense too. You'd recognize how much you've killed from the enemy at a certain point and just like realize, okay, I can just kind of have my way, you know. But
yeah,
he's
But
thinking I've lost a lot of militia, so I should probably just hang back. I've done my job.
it's always hard to know when to push and when to fall back because you win a fight, but you lose a few units there, so you don't feel confident enough. So and again, he doesn't have. He did see a bit of Yellow's base, but he may not know what he has or if the teammate Cycrus is coming over. So it's not a bad call to pull back. Sometimes playing conservatively can be beneficial in the long run.
Cycrus is adding a range. I mean, he's done a blueprint. Okay, here come the villas. He's adding a range on this side, and it seems like the right side is just going to be stagnant. Triple air
And
walls.
Big is going to the next area, so he is just farming up
on that Castle Age boom.
Yeah, so this is going to be good for him. And again, I think a lot of the focus is on Dionis right now. So
this is not a strat. Like I'm learning right now from my games, like using red as like a distraction and kind of a fly in the ointment or whatever, you know. That could really work for Big Zizek. Team Pop or like Eco is like basically evened out now too, and that's just down to idle TC time. I think if we can find.
So this could be good for him. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, Big Zizek.
We are gonna find out. Yeah, we are gonna find out what happens here.
We've got gray on gold, and back over to the resource tab. He is now clicked Castle Age as well. Yellow probably not too far behind that. He's gonna need some more gold though. And now I think that this yellow army will win here. We've got some Cashmere farms. Cashmere don't need a mill. They don't need to drop off their food, so they can just farm anywhere. So he's just set those two random vills on the farms. Let's look at like relic spawn. That can be pretty bugged in Black Forest, like favored one side or the other. Looks like it's pretty even here. There's one in the middle that Gray walked forward and walled past, but other than that, there's kind of two on the bottom, one on the north, and there's one that nobody will ever find in the corner. So also some pretty unfortunate golds. Whose golds are these?
Yikes.
This is obviously the Cashmere gold.
That's no bueno, dude. That's gotta suck.
I think this is a neutral gold.
Man.
So this is like, actually he can get through to it too. So maybe this actually favors you take one away, you give one back. You know.
I guess so. That's still got to be rough though, because those resources he's not going to be able to get. Yeah. At least not for a while.
Oh, and he hasn't seen that you can go through there either. He probably won't scout it for a long time. Who still has their scout? Does anybody still have their scout?
Blue might still have their scout.
Guess I can look. Okay, Blue Scout is actually getting intel on the south. He's on 1 HP literally.
That's really good.
Just running around.
Oz did hit the Castle Age, so he's gonna have access to some of those resources. So he's the one building up, and it looks like he's pushing in here.
Now
got a nice sizable.
Red's eco is not going to be able to handle this.
Yeah, so this
Blue
is
might need to send
actually-
help, or I mean, the tower might scare them off for now. They are falling back. Maybe they think that they can't push through here, and
Maybe.
they're kind of right. They can stand under
Yeah.
the tower if they really want to force the issue. It's pretty
But
close to the TC, so it might be
Mhm.
awkward.
Yeah, I think right now he's content just. And the forward archery ranges here from Oz right now pretty aggressive, and the farm over
Yeah,
on the
like I
left.
was
But he is,
saying, yeah.
but he's playing the Chimera, right? So the Chimera don't need the.
That's right. And it's gonna be fast castle knights for blue.
Okay.
2 TC right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see a third, even a fourth. He sold 100 stone to go up to the next age. It looks like he's on 0 stone right now. So maybe not a third or fourth TC at the minute, but that's still gonna give him a huge advantage. Chat, I think my mouse is dying. It keeps stopping response. Oh yeah.
And
I
right
need to
now,
get a new
Oz does
battery.
have a pretty sizable force here. Another wall going down for Diones.
This
Not
is
a bad.
good. Stop any
This
like run
Palisade wall.
throughs.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
I gotta
does-
get a new battery for my mouse, but talk him through
Okay.
this wall.
Yeah, so right now this wall is just kind of a defensive wall. It's nothing too fancy, and it's a gate to boot as well. So that's going to give him access to go out if he needs to. And my guess is he's doing that to allow Big Z to go out with his knights to engage the enemy. That could be my guess there. So it's for protection, but also just to make sure that Big Z does have access to the enemy
Alright.
in case they start pushing in, which they are right now. So.
Good
I do
timing on that
think-
gate.
Yep.
The gate is a little bit awkward. It does let you through. I overheard you saying something about
Yeah.
that. But more melee units can attack it at once, so it will go down faster. Or
Yeah,
it feels
and
like it goes down faster.
and right now
More houses
he's
from
pushing up
Gray.
very, very slowly. He does, yeah, but Oz has enough units to go and deal with that wall, so it's probably not going to last very long.
That's
it looks
a
like there's
solid
great.
archer mass.
Yeah, and
from the Chimera.
Cypress got units mixed in as well. I didn't notice that it was
Got
kind of hard to tell the
nine
colors
arms.
apart.
Yeah.
So this is a good sizable army from.
Now yellow
good
is
right here.
castle. He's unlocked knights, and he is the Franks. So usually you see people picking Franks, they will make knights, but
Walled.
maybe he wants to subvert expectations. He's making
Maybe.
more crossbows.
He does go down.
We can look at the tech tree actually when I hover this, and we're seeing. Okay, they lack thumb ring for their archers, but it's not a huge deal. You know, they can still make.
I mean,
archers
yeah,
as
right
well.
now they're not dealing. Okay, and they're just going to start pushing in there. That
Now
tower is going to do a little bit of work, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. And oh boy, that's a very
It's a big
sizable.
swarm, and no
Yeah,
villagers
they're-
under the TC. They are farming
Yeah,
around
so
the mill again. Farm around the
unfortunately-
TC.
And we have
chat.
the knights coming in from Big Z. They're going to come in. It looks like they're going to try to go for an angle, try to get some of those crossbowmen out. Those crossbowmen are exposed.
No loom for red. Pretty awkward fight with all these red buildings.
Yeah, there
really
is.
making things hard for.
Big engage for blue here. He's going to be able to pick off those crossbowmen. Syker's doing whatever he can to try to get them out of there. But an archer coming down for red. He's going to pick off those crossbowmen. They're being swarmed right now. Those knights are going to town. No way for Syker's to kite out of that. And the yellow units are being picked off as well. This is a really good fight for Big Z. Coming in to save the day. Going to pull off. But more crossbowmen coming in for Cypress. And Big Z, again, finishing off the rest of yellow, going in for those crossbowmen. And we got some mounted archers. I think those are mounted archers. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Cav archers.
And going down. Man, those knights coming in clutch
Really
to wipe up that
cleaning up.
army. And I don't think Big Z lost too many units there. And he's going to keep pushing up. He's going to...
Gonna start
still has a
causing
nice
chaos.
force.
Right now.
Yeah, he's got the knights. And again, he hasn't been touched through a whole game, so he's probably swimming in resources, taking off those units. Some more crossbowmen coming out for Oz right now, but they're not going to be able to do much.
You missed some
So I
peak
think
Wolf
it's
of
some
the North
pikemen,
hype casting
Spearmen coming out
fish.
for
Welcome
Cypress, but I don't
welcome
know if it's
in
gonna be
Butt
enough, and he's
Spock.
gonna start-
Good to have you here.
Big Z.
Good name.
Start working on these buildings. Not quite sure what he's doing here. Just picking off units, going to work
He's
on
just
some of the
camping
buildings now.
production here. I'll
Let it-
flag upgrade difference. Blue had like full Castle Age armor. He was getting the attack upgrade. He had
Yeah, and he's
bloodlines
got
during that
blue-
fight.
Yep.
The archers there, the crossbows had no upgrades.
More knights coming in. They're just starting to pile up at the entrance. That building going down in no time at all. He's going to break some of those knights off to pick off those skirmishers. Nice little force here from Cypress. Going to try to respond to this, but again, I don't know how much good it's going to do.
So
We'll see.
Cypress is gonna
More
have
houses
to
going down.
either add his pikemen as what he's doing, or like try and match with his own knights. We'll see how he can do here. The pikemen will make Team Cashmere move into something else other than knights. And there is a castle going up in a rather odd spot. I'd say maybe in the middle if if you're confident you can get up. Maybe he's trying to like keep it safe while he's building it.
That's a better choke point, but you know, it could be that he's in a panic right now. Some archers and some pikemen coming down for Dionis. Not a bad call there. I do think he needs to start going into the next stage.
Go
That's
play
gonna be very
Rage
helpful for him.
Forest.
Okay.
Love it.
Hello, goodbye. What was I gonna say? And just running over that castle.
Quick wall. Huge
nice.
barracks, quick
That
barracks.
was actually a really good call there, blocking those knights off. But again, I think those knights
Are going down. They're taking damage from these
Yeah,
pikemen.
but the
Pikemen
archers
have
archers
good
picking off
armor
one of
upgrades.
those.
That's what you want.
Yeah, so I think
And now he's just scattering to take some villager kills. And
Actually-
we're looking at the eco again, 112.81 on team.
yeah, some
Coming
of
in
those
large
knights,
part from blue.
okay, those knights, those small group of knights do go down to those pikemen there. So good pick from Oz onto those knights. So the knights do go down. Archer's trying to do some work, but I don't think, and some more men-at-arms coming in there as well. So Dione is sending in some units, trying to be as helpful as he can. We do have 23, it looks like 23 knights on the field right now for blue. I do think since blue has such a good advantage right now and he's doing well with resources, he could start. Is that his castle that's right there? Wait, that's blue's castle that he's setting
So
up right
blue
there.
is dropping a castle here. He might try to break through. I don't think he knows the extent of the house walling that's been going on.
But I think
back here.
that's also his. Yeah, I thought that was one of Oz's or Cypress's castle on the bottom left. But I think that's.
No, that's a great castle.
I'm
Oz is
confused.
also going Imperial right now, so he's gonna be the
Okay.
first to imp. If he gets this castle up, could be
That's-
good. He doesn't. You don't really need Trebs here
Yeah.
against red, so
More knights coming in though.
lots more knights from our Persian player.
Yeah, again, Big Z hasn't been touched all game, so he's just gonna be going to town right now. So looks like okay, good.
Castle's
That
gonna
castle
start
is
chipping
up.
away on those
Yep.
tower and those houses.
Castle is close to being finished.
And now it's kind of a game of a front player and a pocket player because they've walled this side so heavily that
Yeah,
for the
so
time
he's-
being we have gray booming as the pocket and blue booming as like the
Yeah.
pocket, and then the fighting and the damage is happening on the left side.
Yeah. Usually, yeah. Again, it happens where one player is focused, and okay, so that crossbowmen
Yellow
are
knight.
gonna.
With
Yeah,
upgrades
Cypress has
also,
been
no blast
Cypress has been doing a good job of holding his own. Again, that
He's-
initial
He's
Cypress and
making
Oz, I should
units,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. And but a big swath of knights in the bottom side of the map. Looks like they're going to be
Roaming
trying to
around.
get a pick off right now. That castle does go up, so it's going to be a good defensive structure for him. Some more cross with some archers. No, sorry, pikemen.
Just
Right
basic
now-
spearmen here from gray,
Yeah,
and the town
he's
bell
just-
is rung for yellow. Now, if I'm blue, I'm probably gonna at some point realize maybe I should go over to this side. It's not walled on this part, but maybe he just wants to like take yellow fully out of the game. I don't know. This is not a great fight for blue though.
No,
He might be looking elsewhere.
I'd say he
He's
doesn't have
making
enough
elephants.
units.
We got Persian war elephants on the field. The chonkers are coming. Great, up to pikemen now.
Doesn't have enough. I don't think blue has enough unit diversity. That being said, we do have the first elephant on the field right now, so he's going to be looking for an angle to try to get through.
Elephants will trade pretty well with spears. You need like 3 or 4 spears, in my opinion. I don't know. I've played a few games against Persian war elephants, and it's never turned out well for me. So he's also deleting his buildings here, trying to break through now with the elephants, and gray adding more house walls. But it feels kind of like an inevitability that fighting will break out on the right side. Maybe we would have looked to see Gray's castle here so that he could treb blue with his earlier Imperial Age.
Mhm.
But he felt like he needed to save his teammate. Yellow adding a second TC though in the front. Not on any resources other than the wood, obviously, Black Forest, but could be good for a little bit of defense, a little pocket eco in the side. And we've kind of stalled out a little bit here. Besides the slow roll of these lovely lads. Imp for blue, and instantly queuing 3 trebs. We love to see it using those timings. These knights might die though. They probably will die, and red is once again kind of in trouble. It's looking rough, but for who, right? Can Big Zizek 2v1 fully? Like if red is out of the game. He hasn't had to do that yet.
Yeah, AoEII is finally going into the next age, so he's gonna have access to some of these. He's gonna have access to some more units here, and an emergency wall. Looks like an emergency wall coming down for Cypress here, yeah. So not a bad call. And the question is it going to go up in time? Because those elephants are just starting to tear through these buildings. Another one goes down.
See how focused blue
and
is.
And forward castle coming up as well. That's actually just kind of a slow advance. Not a bad call here.
Just a little castle creep, you know.
Elephants coming in. I don't think that wall's going to come down in time. Yep, elephants are coming in hot. They're going in, coming right for that villager.
5 elephants versus 3 pikemen. I wonder who will win.
Are not going to do any work, and
it was so fast.
Elephants just going to cut those homes down. Trebuchet's coming in now as well. So the siege is coming. Nice kind of. I want to say, yeah, nice little wall there from.
And Cavalier wall. Probably going to see the unique Persian. Fully upgraded calves here as well.
Treb's coming down right now. Stocking up. And right now, so some buildings. So not too many military units coming out for Oz right now. He's only got a few on the field, but right now Yellow is hitting, or there he is in Red's base.
Gray is, as the Khmer, pretty well positioned to just spam a billion spearmen. Like that's what he's gonna need to do. So if his economy can hold up to it, he might be able to handle this. But right now, Big Zizek is triple the score of anyone else in the game. So this is gonna be interesting.
We got some knights here. So another.
I think Red has finally like fully walled this as well.
That's good for him. That's going to give him some time to build back up. All right, here we go. So blue is engaging, but I don't think... Yep, those
elephants go down, and blue doesn't really have an answer to pikes unless he just can use his units.
I definitely want to see some more unit diversity. Wow, 7 trebuchets.
I think that one shot's a castle.
Ready to go.
He's adding crossbows. The Persian... So the Persian like ultimate comp, right, is... Paladin or Savar is their unique Paladin plus crossbows, because they have a unique technology, or maybe it's just a civ bonus that gives their crossbows it makes their cost only wood, so they don't cost gold. They don't get the Arbalest, the next upgraded version of it, but who cares when you can make infinite crossbows, right?
Yeah, and I definitely think blue needs, again, he's starting to, and it looks like there's a monk going down to get that relic.
He's gonna grab the relic.
That's gonna help him with gold and everything. I was just commenting that blue definitely didn't have a lot of unit diversity. That's interesting. What is happening?
Well, the wolf is a very scary wolf.
You know, hey, you gotta keep it.
I think he doesn't know. Right? He thinks there's another way through here. It's fair enough. I don't know. Yeah. The double wall seems a little bit excessive, but
hey, you know, if you got the resources,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay. All right, so
third castle creep for blue right now too.
I was just noticing more kind of a defensive play from yellow, just setting up some house walls on that choke point there. I'm definitely surprised he's not pushing red. I don't think he knows what red has, or he's, I guess, afraid of retaliation from blue. But
I mean, I guess yeah, I'd like to see maybe a couple of Rams or something in here. This is like not
Yeah,
passable anymore, so
right.
maybe they think that they have to defend here together versus
And
blue.
again,
And I
that's
think that that's a good decision.
yeah, that's not a bad call because right now the blue is sending pretty much everything his way. So, and that's a good choke point for the castles right on top of a resource. So, going to keep that stone safe, which he does need the stone.
We'll see now though. Blue is like one tech switch ahead. Like a lot of times, age is like about catching your opponent in a quick tech switch before they realize. He's like ahead right now. He's added the crossbows, and the other team has no answer to crossbows. Besides, like, I guess their own crossbows. But
yeah, I definitely
Laughing
think those...
Cheese in the chat. He says, "Hi, Cam. You have a message for Laughing Cheese, Cam?"
Hi. I think
Good,
that trebuchet is right.
Trebuchets are instantly locked onto this castle.
Okay,
it's
and
gonna fall immediately.
We got those paladins are going in. I'm not sure. Oh, they're just gonna beeline.
It's gonna hard to tell. He has 58 halberdiers here.
This is an interesting choice there. So I think those crossmen are just gonna shred those units, and it looks like those paladins are just gonna beeline right for the village. They're gonna pull away all those pikemen.
All of the halbs out of position.
Sorry, those halberdiers now. Those are halberdiers. And again, the crossbowmen. There's enough of those crossbows. They're gonna keep those trebuchets well defended. That castle is gonna go down. This is a really good play from blue right now. He's gonna start to just cause havoc in the back line here. Try to just get those halberders away, and a castle up on the very left side of the map from red.
He doesn't know, chat. He doesn't know.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
But that's a real and those paladins are going to go down. But that was a really good call from Big Z to get those halberds away from the trebuchets, away from all those units, because now he's slowly creep in and just start causing some havoc. This is really that was a really good play from Big Z.
Yeah, now the team is split up. The Trebs have taken out the castle, and there are enough crossbows at this point probably to kill all of these helps.
That is just a death ball. That's just going to shred anything that comes near it. That's going to be hard for Fips Tedora right now. Oh my gosh! Wow, that is okay.
But are we seeing these guys teching anything to handle the crossbows? Not really.
Outriders are just trying to find an angle. Oh my goodness, those are just gonna shred everything.
No.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
I guess you just gotta add skirms, which the Chimera could do again really well because they have a solid food eco with these farms.
And the game's not over yet. And wait, what is he doing with
the longer he takes to switch to them, the
what is he doing? He sent the halberders up towards the. I thought he was
just taking out the rest of those.
Oh, okay, they're still up there. So those are crossbows.
Now the crossbows are just the story of the match right now.
Okay, here we go. So halberder's gonna try to come in from an angle here. Got some. Here they go. All right, they're gonna try to go in and check out those trebuchets.
I think he's right-click the trebs. Main TC going down for Gray.
He's gonna try to swarm.
Gets a few pokes on here.
He does, but I think there's too many crossbowmen. They're just, oh my goodness, shredded all those halberders. TC goes down.
So I don't know, it feels obvious to me. Okay, yeah, no, they're doing it too. Skirmishers is the answer. Hard counter to crossbows, but with this mass, it's going to be really tough to get enough.
And again,
you need elite skirm, and you need all of the like armor upgrades for the skirmishers at least.
This is again some skirmishers coming out there. That ball is just going to start pushing down. Trebuchets just looking for more targets to kill.
As we have the GG call from Gray, good, well played, good sirs from Yellow. It's becoming obvious to me, like, the Cashmere Beardsmen played an open game last time and won pretty convincingly. They played a closed game and won even more convincingly here. I think that you can't let this guy boom. It's even more dangerous than letting him play open. Very impressive. And a good hold from Red. We saw some solid pushback from Yellow and Gray on the left side. They were trying to capitalize on like perceived as like the weaker player here. But
best of one, fish speaker.
Best of one. So this is it for this match. Blue takes it.
Bop. Incredible. That was some amazing. That was an amazing game to watch. That was fun. That was
entertaining. Yeah, Black Forest made it interesting too.
Yeah.
Everything beyond this is best of 3, so Cashmere Beardsmen are gonna have to play some longer sets going forward. But that is That's it for this one.
I think Cypress and Oz did a good job defending. There were some good plays. I think just Big Z was way too far ahead at that point. It was really hard for them to come back.
He was ahead, and then he thought a step ahead with the crossbow switch too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that probably. I mean, I don't know. The eco was pretty insane by that point, anyways. But
I really love the. I don't know. It's just the idea I've had of like creating that like murder hole of just funneled walls because everyone decides, look, there's a hole. I'm just going to charge in, and you just use it as a clusterfuck. When sorry. I don't know. I'm still a new player. Hell,
Okay.
I listened to your video, and you're like Japanese good beginner civ. I'm like, noobville. I look like an absolute noob.